Shocking video of multiple cars shutting down an intersection in the Iroquois neighborhood last night, doing donuts and later damaging responding police cars. You're watching Wave News at 11. I'm Noelle Friel. A street racing takeover would play out across multiple neighborhoods last night, ending with a man shot downtown and no arrests. Wave News reporter Alina Noakes joins us with more on what we know so far.
This is the area where one man was shot last night. It's 2nd and River Road. That man caught in the crossfire at the end of a street racing takeover that caused chaos across the city and brought fear into neighborhoods that had never seen anything like it before.
You guys are going to have River Road from 2nd over to 3rd shut down. There's showcasing all over the roadway.
That would be one of the very last reports made after a multi-hour, multi-division street racing takeover in Louisville that appeared to end at 2nd and River Road. The shell casings and these tire marks, the only indication the street racers had ever been there at all. But shortly before that, a much more obvious scene was playing out in the south end.
I just locked the door when I heard the sound of screeching tires, which of course it usually means there's a car accident. But the tires kept screeching and screeching.
Brian Smith was wrapping up a nearly sold-out show Saturday night at the Iroquois Amphitheater when he walked outside to this. Street racers doing donuts in the middle of the intersection at Kenwood and New Cut Road, blocking traffic in all directions.
And I was afraid that one of these guys drifting was going to wipe out a whole corner of traffic. It was really quite frightening. And then to see those people in the middle, the eye of the hurricane, if you will, with all those cars going around, it's a minor miracle that no one was hurt last night.
Smith pulled out his phone and called police. Then he pressed record. That's when we see the first LMPD officers show up to the scene. And the street racers begin to jump in their cars and peel away. But LMPD had more than just people in the cars to worry about last night.
Around over 100 people jumping on their cars, throwing objects.
When they were surrounding my vehicle, there was a couple of them that had handguns on them. They all had ski masks on them as well.
At Kenwood, some of the crowd began to jump on top of the police cruiser, videoing themselves on the hood of the car, causing the officer to back away from the scene. More officers arrived a few minutes later.
Just be advised, they made a lot of damage to David's vehicle.
The takeover was reported citywide, starting at Greenbelt before moving to 26th and Market, then to Kenwood and New Cut, and then the interstate.
We're getting another call at the 4-mile marker of I-64 West for a bunch of vehicles that have the expressway blocked. A bunch of teenagers with gang flags as well.
In a statement that doesn't directly address specifics, LMPD says in part, quote, "This is unacceptable. This type of behavior presents a danger to the community, those involved in the activity, and our officers. LMPD cannot and will not tolerate this activity." LMPD has not reported any arrests from the takeover or any vehicle seizures. We have requested more information on what exactly played out on their end, including whether there were any prior indications this was going to happen last night. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Alina Noakes, Wave News.
Wow, okay, Alina, thank you. In LMPD's statement, they addressed the efforts currently in effect at the department to try to curb this kind of behavior on streets throughout the city. It's been nearly 16 months since the vehicle speed contests and reckless driving exhibitions ordinance was revised. The latest revision included a new direction for LMPD's handling of these cases, focusing on the seizure of the vehicle rather than fines. The new ordinance allows officers to go after vehicles being used as a barricade or obstruction with citations, as opposed to issuing citations to the owners directly. LMPD says this has led to many more seizures of vehicles being used to promote speed contests or reckless driving exhibitions, 63 since the ordinance changes.
In Louisville, police are trying to crack down on street racing after several reports across the metro over the weekend. In a statement, LMPD called the incidents unacceptable and a danger to the community. Police say a Louisville ordinance allowing them to target vehicles instead of their operators does help. Enforcement can include confiscation of cars as well as hefty fines for owners. LMPD says in part, if you are a person who is considering participating in these events, please know you are responsible for the harm it causes, and we will make every effort to ensure you are held accountable.